Let's get started with Ryan Aber and then go to Eric Bailey.
Yeah, Creed. Spencer Rattler struggled with some decision-making things, interceptions there early in the season. Hadn't been a problem really since the second quarter of Texas. What have you seen from him as far as decision-making, the way that he handled that situation there in the first half against the Longhorns, and just the way that that things have gone for him over the last 2.5 games?
Yeah, he's done a great job. He's made a lot of improvements in his game, and you can tell, his confidence level is really good right now. He's playing well, playing smart. That's the biggest thing. He's playing really smart right now, which is really good. It's very impressive for how young he is too. So it's been really good for us. He's been impressive.
Appreciate it.
Okay, Eric Bailey and then Joe Bettner.
Hey, Creed, Novembers have been really successful for your football program. In your opinion, what's been the main reason why this team has had so much success in this month?
Yeah, I would say we've done a really good job in these past years of continuing to develop and continuing to grow as a team during this time. And I think that's, been the biggest key. We don't really get complacent during this time. We keep trying to improve in everything we do. We keep training really hard in the weight room, things like that. So I think it's really just, continuing to improve every single day. And that's what's been really good for us. So.
Thank you, Creed.
Okay, let's go to Joe Bettner and then Jason Kersey.
Hey, Creed. Pat mentioned that Ronnie Perkins went up against you guys in scout team quite a bit. What was that like going up against him in practice, probably more often than you're used to?
Yeah, that was great. You don't usually get a guy of that caliber on scout team for as long as he was. So that was really good for our O-line. It definitely helped us out in the long run, growing, learning how to block these, really talented guys like that. He was really impressive for us. And he came in, he didn't complain. He worked his butt off every single day and he did a great job for us. And he got better to himself by doing that.
Okay, let's go to – I'm sorry, was that Jason that just asked or Joe?
That was Joe. I think I'm up next, Mike.
Okay, Jason Kersey and then John.
Yeah. Creed, after the two losses, where were you at mentally as far as where you thought this team was? Were you worried that things could spiral at that point? And what did you do to sort of prevent that from happening?
Not really. When you look at those two losses, it's really, a couple possessions here and there, 1 or 2 possessions a game, and we would have won those games. And, me and Pat and the other leaders on this team just kept reminding everybody, we're really close. This team is really talented. We're really close. We just have to play cleaner and play smarter throughout the game. And, I think everybody on this team has really improved in that aspect of the game. And they've really taking it to heart, just playing clean and smart throughout the whole game and finishing games. This team's done a great job bouncing back. There's a lot of fight in this team. It's been very impressive.
Thanks, Creed.
Okay, apologize for that mix-up. I had to take a phone call. Let's go to John Hoover and then James Hale.
Hey, Creed, with Ronnie and Ramondre on the call coming up, I wanted to ask you from a captain's perspective about maybe the initial reaction last December when they got suspended for the bowl game. There's probably a level of disappointment that the guys broke the rules or whatever it is. But then the rule drags on for 10 months, 11 months, whatever it is. And the team sounded like the team got more and more frustrated. Certainly Coach Riley did. I wonder if you could talk about reconciling that, those two things where you're disappointed in them and then it turns to disappointment in the NCAA.
Yeah, I don't make the rules, so I really can't decide on anything like that. Of course, we were pretty upset with them in December, but as far as, anything dragging out, anything like that, I don't make the rules, so I don't really have any say in it. So,
is that something you'd like to see changed, maybe, or re-examined at least?
I don't. Again, I'm not really the rule maker, so it's not up to me. So.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Let's go to James Hale and then Keegan Renault.
Hey, Creed, more and more guys are getting a chance to play. They played last week, too. Chris Murray's in there. Andrew Rame got in there at that inside position. McIver plays behind you. How close is this group? And, what does this do for the momentum of the offensive line that more and more guys are getting a chance to play?
Yeah, it's been good. They came in and did a really good job against Texas Tech. So, I was really proud of those young guys for sure. They did a great job. And, it's good for us because we know we have depth, and we can come in. There's competition throughout the whole room right now. So, it's going to keep everybody improving throughout this year. So it's really good for us.
Thanks, Creed.
Okay, two more, Keegan Renault and then Parker Thune.
Creed, obviously a lot of the focus has been on the running game with you guys up front, but I feel like your guys' pass protection really since the Texas game and especially on blitzes has grown exponentially. What can you attribute that to? Is it the role that you've kind of taken on? Is it Coach Beatonbow and preparation, or what's up with this pass protection and how it's become so good the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, I would say it's, more everybody is, really taking their time to continue studying, outside of this facility a lot. Everybody's taking it upon themselves to really dive in deep into the film so we know exactly what's going to be happening, everything that they run, things like that. So, credit to all the guys. They've done a great job, and it's definitely helped us improve for sure.
Thanks, Creed.
Okay, last one, Parker Thune.
Yeah, Creed, after Ramondre's big game on Saturday night and coming back from the suspension and just kind of getting reacclimated in the offense, what do you think his ceiling can be in the backfield for y'all? And, having averaged 5 yards a carry as a team for the first time all season, how do you feel like you guys are kind of starting to set the tone up front for guys like Ramondre to make an impact in the run game?
Yeah, we have a bunch of talented backs here. It's been good for sure. Having Ramondre back is awesome. He's a great player. I really see him as an elite running back. We have a ton of talent in that room, and we got to take it upon ourselves up front to continue setting the tone. Continue making holes for these guys, and if we do, our run game's going to keep improving. So I'm excited to see where that goes.